joy, joy to be near you. I want you here with me. Joy, joy to be near you. I want you here with me. Joy, it's a joy to be near you. I want you here with me. I'm really not much of a talker. I finally got something to say, and y'all just keep on moving, and I'll try not to get in your way. I'm really not much of a talker. I finally got something to say, and y'all just keep on moving, and I'll try not to get in your way. I say, joy, joy to be near you. I want you here with me. A joy, said it's a joy to be near. Joy to be near you. I want you here with me. Joy, joy to be near you. I want you here with me. It's a joy, joy to be near you. I want you here with me. Joy, joy to be near you. I want to be. Sweet cookie on the bar. We love you, baby. When we don't see you, we think you're playing hooky, baby. All right. No rapper can rap quite like I can. I take a special pound and put his face in the sand. The last Monday, I'm the MC Kapri. Make his head go see me and do the wop. If you think you can allow me, your boy out there, 'cause I ain't met another brother who can do that yet. Trendsetter, I'm better, my rhymes so good. I gotta go name play just 'cause I wish you would. The battle begins now. I got the joint in hand. Before my rhyme is over, you know I'm aware. He is arrived. You better make way. As anybody in the place is here to get no play. Squad competition, that's my hobby and job. I don't wear disguise because I told them all. Got a pinpoint rap that makes you feel trapped. So many girls on my job. I fake my phony attack. I'm like ice and rocker. I'm making sure you know follow me no more. He rhymed been rapping for 20 years, and he's the winner back, and I'm being 16. MCs can't win. I make them rush like gin. They call me Jaws. My heart is like a shark's fin. Awesome bad as can be. I got my voice on wax. Some brothers think he's making rappers, well, he must have relaxed. I couldn't, I shouldn't. I didn't stay that way. The best rapper you've heard in the USA. Kamikaze, take a look at what I've done. So rocking my bass, but now I'm number one. Take a island no time, never stand in no line. You wanna try me? First you better learn how to rhyme, 'cause I'm the pinnacle. That means I reign supreme, and I'm notorious. I crush you like a jelly bean. All right. Yeah. That'll work. Hey. Eliminate punks, got him up in chunks, and you was future heard to me, and your ego shrunk. I'm devastating, and I'm so good as a shame, 'cause I eat rappers like a cannibal, they call me insane. I'm as strong as a bull, of course you know how I pull. I enjoy what I'm doing, plus I'm playing in full. Not from the loop right side, but busting out that side. See the cons around them, make them see with your eyes. Never retire, I'm a mic on the shelf, the baddest rapper in the rap itself. Not bitter or mad, just proving I'm bad. You wanna give me an hour plus a pen in the pad. The seas with cheap, 'cause you know I can beat 'em and I can eat 'em in a battle and the rough one I y'all taking out all rookies. So forget Oreos, eat brown cookies. I didn't say that, you did. I didn't say that, you did. I treat you like a stepchild, so tell mommy bye-bye. Slaughtering them season, I will never get whipped. When I retire, I get worship like an old battleship. See me, I'm mad, and the slappers know. When I enter the center, they say, oh, yo, there he go. My paycheck's large, it's a bogat in charge. Not a bunch of old hunters from a raccoon lot. The original charge, teaching how to be hard. Take the skin of a snake and split a few from the far. You will never come noble, and I'll slip through my tongue. You're not a children, the hunter, you know a bueller son. My punch is exact, like an opinion in the jag. You try to brag, you get your rhymes from a grab bag. No good scavenger, catfish, culture. Tongues of chisel when this composition comes to I'm bad. Because some bad as can be, I got my voice on wax. Some brothers think he's making rappers when they mustn't relax. I couldn't, I shouldn't, didn't say that way. The best rapper you've heard in the USA. Kamikaze, take a look at what I've done. Used to rock in my veins, but now I'm number one. Edgar Allan on time, never standing in line. You wanna try me? First you gotta learn how to rhyme, cause I'm the pinnacle. That means I reign supreme, and I'm notorious. I cut you like a jelly bean.
Good evening, good evening, kings, queens, peasants, and in betweens. It seems like forever since I last spoke with you guys. It's been a week. Feels like forever. So much has happened in the world of Crank and in the world of Capri Monique. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and stepping into No Gray Area. Shout out to all of our YouTube subscribers. Listen, make sure you guys take the time to like, subscribe, share, follow, set your notifications so you catch all of the content that we're bringing you guys. Um, I don't want y'all to miss a moment of it because things are about to go up. Y'all know the weather is breaking. Y'all know that means new opportunities, a whole lot more shows going on. It's already super flooded with shows, guys. Oh my gosh. Before we go too far, definitely have to shout out to the team, the mob, the record label, the unit, the staff, the squad, the crew, Team Mitchcraft, for all that you guys do, not only behind the scenes but in the community. Shout out to Two. He definitely spoke at the Made conference this weekend for the DMV. It's a lot of other things moving and shaking, guys. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow all things M0N2 from On 2 and Mitchcraft so that y'all can stay abreast of everything that's taking place, all the movements, the sales, the community work, the philanthropy work. Just get in the know. I need y'all in the know, man. It feels better when y'all take the time to like, subscribe, share, and follow, set those notifications so that y'all can be abreast of all things. All right? So let me get into my weekend, y'all. So it was a weekend. So it definitely started Thursday with an ounce with Howie martinis, always a vibe. And then it was just up from there. It definitely was up. So Friday had the pleasure of spending alongside Creamery. With the No More Graves Foundation. Shout out to Tiff. Definitely a great time storming Norman on the ones and twos. Definitely love the atmosphere. You get a little of this, a little of that. I remember my cabaret days used to be love. Like it was just like not quite the go go, but you could still get some go go, and you got a good variety of everything, including the people around you, the experiences you had, and of course it was BYOL. So y'all already know those are the days when you wilding and you still testing your limits a little bit. So it was one of those type functions. We definitely had a good old time. We get to kick it with them monthly. Shout out again to my man Storm and Norman, man. Definitely had a bomb time. And then on Saturday, well, then after that, we made our way down to Martinis, y'all. First and foremost, we definitely missed mature clientele because our gig was till 12. So we definitely, and we still had to break down, pack up. We would have loved to, of course, some mature clientele crank on this side of the bridge. We really would have, but schedules didn't permit. So I think we caught like the tail end, and then they were breaking down. So I really didn't really get a chance to catch any crank. But we did get to catch some T.O.B, which was definitely an experience. I'm gonna wait till Chris gets in here to really fully delve into it because a conversation was sparked and had, and some thoughts were thrown around, and I'm excited about him stepping into No Gray Area so we can discuss the conversation that we had. Definitely shout out to the homie Tanner and shout out to 808. Those are their Fridays down there. D Block Entertainment, Go Go Ventures, yeah, Martinis. And then Saturday, y'all know, 9244 East Hampton Drive, baby. Definitely in the building for the evening portion of the day. And then from here, straight to get my life in order. But guys, please do not forget we did change our hours. So I want to keep you guys abreast of that as well. We are open Wednesday and Thursday from 12 to 7, Friday from 12 to 8, Sunday from 12 to 6. We are definitely closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, guys. So please keep that in mind. And also, like I said, like, subscribe, share, follow, set those notifications so that y'all can get all the information on the upcoming sales and everything that's going on so that y'all don't have to jump in my inbox. Oh, Capri this. Oh, Capri that. I love when y'all have the information and are empowered. It just makes it make it feel good when y'all calling y'all like, yeah, I know y'all got a sale, but I saw this online. Is that only online or in store? Like stuff like that makes me feel like y'all are keeping up. It just feels good. You know what I'm saying? So definitely in here, and then left from here, went and got my life in order. And like I told y'all before, March Mayhem did a lot of things. Um, it made a lot of conversations happen, and definitely again shout out to two for extending olive branches and putting people in position to have those conversations, not only of growth but of understanding and accountability. And through March Mayhem and dealing with conversations and accountability taking place and effective communication and people not ducking and dodging, just like this is what it is, we're going to face it head on. And there's an understanding that this is what it is. It doesn't need to be understood by the world, but there's an understanding. From that came the opportunity for me to host for Nudie J's birthday. Code Red, shout out to Blast Entertainment and Check One, Check Two, and in the trenches. Martinis on Saturday night definitely was worth every quarter penny nickel dime if you spent it and paid it. Three bands, cranking DJ, great host, great atmosphere. It was definitely a good time. I put some notes in my phone that I want to share with you guys in reference to the performances that took place. So first up was definitely me and TKO. We definitely had a good time. That was my first time working with TKO from Talking Crank Official. Definitely family, him and Dr. Z. But it was definitely a great experience. We had a good time. We went up. We just like he'd been out to March Mayhem, but we got a feel for each other. It's a different type of feel, and it was good because I knew which way he was gonna go, and I could catch up. It just definitely was a vibe. So first up was Rhea, and I want to say that it was refreshing to see them back on stage. It had been a while too. It had been a while since we had seen them all together to the point where Trey made a comment last time he was in here. It was like, yeah, and so did Billie Jean. Yeah, people thought we broke up, but we didn't. Like they thought we were dead and gone, but we're not. So it was refreshing to see them on stage, locked in with one another, cranking, having a good time. Like it was evident that they missed being on stage too. Their energy level is always a good energy level, but it looked like they were just having so much fun. Their fun was infectious, and of course, they brought songs that you can sing along with, that you have familiarity with, and it was just a good time. It was definitely great seeing them on stage. So we got to catch their performance, and unfortunately, they had to jet out and make it down to B&G Tavern. Cause I love being able to kick it with bands after they perform and see how much fun they're having with the other bands. So they had another gig, and then after them, my notes about Major League, it said their Major League, they came through like they were ready for this opportunity. Um, I do know that I actually had two people who walked up to me to ask me about the band because they had never seen or experienced Major League before. So they had questions. Where can I find them? What's the name of this band? Where do they play at? And all of that is always a dope vibe for me because when people get introduced to bands that I've already had an introduction to, like seeing their reaction to the stuff that, you know, I may take for granted because I'm used to them doing it, but seeing someone react to it through a fresh ear and a fresh eye is always a good experience for me. So getting asked those questions is a beautiful thing because I feel like it brings it back to the spirit of community because in order for us to keep continuing and keep growing and keep moving, we have to expose fans to different options, to something new that they may not have heard before and give them the opportunity to decide if they like it or not. But I feel like shows with multiple bands, I feel like that's what the purpose is, to get the people in. And then once you get the people in, the people sit back, they look, they have their conversations, and bands get new fans. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I also feel like when it's multiple bands on the card, there's always that spirit or feeling of competition. So I feel like the crank level is normally up for most situations like that. And then, of course, I say there may be 2.0 the crank train. Um, I don't know what else to, like, they came to crank. They came to have a good time. They came to celebrate. They definitely came to boogie. So it was just a cranking show. And like I said, it was worth every quarter, penny, nickel, dime. I feel like the advance tickets were what, $25 for early bird, I believe it was, and 30 at the door. And I feel like for three bands, a DJ and a host, I don't feel like that's a high price. I feel like that's actually $10 a band, which is a phenomenal price, honestly. And if you got it early, I mean, $5 off from $10 a band. I mean, I just feel like it was just a good look and a good move, something refreshing for the culture. And shout out to everybody who pulled up, came and had a good time, who experienced the crank. It definitely was a moment. And then Sunday, like I said, right back in here, 12 to 6. Come get you some fly to wear. Or meet us online, www.crankrock.com. Like, it's not hard. It's all convenient. It's all easy for you. So after this, went home and thought I had time to take a nap, y'all, on God. I thought it was nap time for me. I thought I was going to be able to lay down for a couple hours before I had to step back out. And then something said, look at the flyer, Kapri. Go look at the flyer. And I look at the flyer, and the flyer definitely says 9 o'clock doors open, which means I got to be there. And it is now 6:40. So there is no nap time for the weary. So it was get ready, get my life in order. Shout out to my man Robert Sutton, man. Definitely had a good time. First and foremost, the Union Oyster Bar, the old 501. First and foremost, shout out to y'all on the remodel. It looks beautiful in there. It's definitely an oyster bar. Like, you go in, there's glass encasement, there's ice, there's oysters, it's different. Like, it's actually dope in there. They redid the floors upstairs. There's a whole vibe. They got a whole patio for y'all to step outside and smoke on. It's a whole vibe and situation. So Sunday was definitely a good look. Got to catch some of the music group. Due to technical difficulties, it just wasn't. It didn't move the way it should have. So got a short set from them, which was a good set. They do have other shows coming up, so y'all stay tuned. And make sure y'all catch their crank. And then behind them came Drastic Measures, and I had no idea of what I was walking into. I didn't know what was going on. I just know that by the end of the night, it was like shots fired from both sides. Everybody's calling everybody out. Like, Drastic Measures is on the stage calling Rob out. Rob is like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to spank you. Like, it was just a whole cranking situation. Shout out to all the fans that got to experience it. It was definitely a moment and a vibe for the culture. Definitely a good look. Definitely had a good time. That was actually my very first time getting to experience Drastic Measures live. I've seen several clips of them. People have sent me some of their music. They've sent music over. Definitely had several conversations with several members of the band. Shout out to you guys. And it was my first time experiencing them live. And like I just said, for me, it's always good to see other people experience it. But for me, it's a moment because it's like, I want to enjoy the crank, but at the same time, I want to listen to it so I can fully understand, what it is I'm catching, what vibe it is, what mood am I feeling. Do I hear the crank for real? Is it something that I'm like, okay, it's there, or it's just me as a fan. Like, what am I hearing, so that I have a better overall understanding? And it was a whole vibe and a whole moment. I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing more from them. I honestly am. And then high quality definitely came behind. And like I said, it was just a whole mood. Lights on. I will admit, it was a whole lot of ass clapping going on, a whole lot of bent over ladies. It was a whole lot of celebrations. Shout out to all the Aries. They definitely came in and turned up. We had a great time together. Shout out to, I would be horrible if I did not shout out DJ Hype. Hey, Hype, shout out to you. Calm, level-headed, cool, laid-back individual. We definitely had a good time. We definitely vibed together. So, thank y'all, man. I'm getting the opportunity to work with a lot of different DJs, a lot of different promoters, and it's a beautiful thing. Learning learning just the different styles and getting comfortable in who I am when I host and when I'm out and about, and who they are when they DJ and how they DJ and all of those things. So it's like it's actually like a good energy, a good vibe, a good meshing. So definitely shout out to everybody who's been reaching out with the opportunities. But Sunday was definitely a vibe. Rocked out, like I said, till the lights came on. Security had to come be like, come on, y'all, like we gotta go. So it was definitely a whole lot of cranking going on. And just so y'all can have a fair understanding, for those of y'all who are like, oh, bounce beat this, it's bounce beat that. Like, come out and get an experience. Um, I will say that Cree enjoyed herself thoroughly on Friday night with T.O.B. She was like, yes, like this. I like this. Like, I love them. Like, I can hear every ounce of the music. They're enjoying it. They're having a good time. It's stuff that I resonate with. So it's just a beautiful situation. So I'm just looking forward to a lot more of those experiences, man. Getting out, seeing a lot more. Like I said, outside is officially open from what I'm seeing. Like, the shows that I'm seeing are crazy. It's going back to the era where you have to pick and choose which shows you're going to. And then the other thing about it is, and this is going to sound crazy, y'all, but I got to give y'all a little secret. Like, I don't want to commit too early, because I feel like if I commit too early, something else that I may want to attend may pop up, and I'm going to be blown that I'm fully committed to something else. And I know it sounds horrible. No, like, yes, I keep the same hairstylist, like, for real. I'm not a choosy lover. But when it comes to the crank, like, if it's more bang for my buck, or if it's a show that I've been wanting to see, like, I've been seeing lineups of shows that I've been wanting to see, and I'm just like, yes. And then I think, oh no, I'm committed to something else, and I get stressed out. But I know that when time is permitting and when everything is ready, I'm gonna get those opportunities. But it's like I'm sitting back and I'm looking at the shows coming up, and I'm like, shit, if it's like this in the spring before the weather fully break, because y'all know right now we in between snow and sunshine. Like, it's no medium. It's like snow, rain, sunshine. Like, it's no in between for us. So it's like we in that tricky season right now. So it's like, can y'all imagine when outside fully open and the weather is stable and secure, and some of these pop-up shows start happening, and some of these field parties start shaping and taking place, Lord willing, because y'all know I love my field parties. I love them. I love my field parties. Ooh, it's just a different vibe, literally. The field party, just a whole different vibe. It's like freedom, no walls around you stopping you from enjoying yourself. You can just, it's like, yeah, uh-huh. Y'all know that season I'm talking about. It's coming. So it's like I'm just looking forward to seeing what is next, what's going to take place, what's going to happen next. Like, some of these shows, we're starting to see some of the bigger shows, flyers are dropping, tickets are for sale, which is dope. But it's like the closer we get to some of these dates and some of these shows are popping up, it's like, ay, 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 did I commit too early? So it's like that's just where it is. So I'm excited about what the summer has to hold. Some of the bigger events that we've seen. Speaking of bigger events, www.themiamitakeover.com. You cannot book without a promo code. That's law. Love DC Go Go. Use it. I mean, I'm just saying. Meet us on South Beach, man. July 15th through the 18th, we going up. Shout out to the homie Wally K. It's going to be a whole situation going on down there. Y'all need to go ahead and book your tickets, your tables, your trips, everything you need to get. The discount is over on the 18th. You got 6 more days to get 150 off, man. Don't wait too late. Don't debate. Go ahead, book it, move it, make it happen. Stay tuned. More events are being added. More talent is being added, man. Y'all book them tickets and trips. stay tuned, get ready. We going y'all know what it is. The DMV does it only the way we can down on South Beach. It's like we lose our mind. Like we don't have to see these people when we get back home. It's like you willing to risk it all and ball till you fall. But it's always a damn good time, man. So make sure you guys head on over again, like I said, to www.themiamitakeover.com. Get your tickets, your trips, your tables, get your packages, get everything you need for the Miami Takeover. It's definitely going to be a move, and you definitely going to need some attire. Shameless plug. Head on over to www.crankrock.com. Duh. I mean, get you something fly the way here, there, and everywhere. Or slide in the store. Like, come on. Like, shameless plug. Be down there, fly. Ain't no, like, I don't know what else to say. So, that was the weekend. That's what's been going on with your girl. I've been getting a lot of phone calls and opportunities, so y'all stay tuned. Gotta figure some things out. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to my team for setting me up for success. Shout out to the hard work that's been going on behind the scenes. The accountability, the integrity, the conversations sometimes that make your hairs on the back of your neck stand up. But they also put you in a place of power because you're learning what it is about you that makes you who you are so that you can grow into who you need to be, man. These phone calls have been amazing. Shout out to everybody that's just been reaching out just to check up on me. What's your headspace like? How you feeling mentally? What's your anxiety like? Y'all know I live through that publicly. I don't duck the wreck. And I want to thank the people who genuinely have been reaching out. It's been a whole vibe. So that's my spiel on my weekend and what's been popping and what's been going on. So we're going to take a crank break real quick, and we will be back shortly. Just got a message, so we're going to see what's shaking and popping right here on the No Gray Area. Listen, make sure you guys head on over to YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share all things Love Network and Them Damn Fans, and set your notifications. You never know when we're going to pop up in the club and go live, baby. You might catch some live crank off the humble off the late night. So make sure you guys set those notifications. Like, subscribe, share, set those notifications. YouTube world, Facebook, Twitter land, everywhere we are. We will be right back. It's your girl Kapri, Monique, the voice of the people. Thank y'all for stepping in. No Gray Area.
Hey, Southside, hey, who the fuck? What? Hey, Mama Pop, hey, who the fuck? What? Hey, yeah. Well, that's right to left. Here we go. Yeah. Hey. Let us sing the verse one time, y'all.
You think you're just a little too hard, standing just a little too close to me. Saying I ain't quite enough. You're saying just a little too close to me. No doubt you play a real cool, homie. Got me thinking, what is it you do for me? Tripping just a little more than I should be. Let yourself go and get right with me. I'm about to sign you up, we can get right. About to fill your cup, we can get right.
We gotta get high.
I'm about to sign you up, we can get right. I'm about to fill your cup, we can get right.
Well, that's right to left. Here we go. Hey, let the beat work. Don't nobody say that, y'all. Let the beat work. Turn pull up in that back monitor. Turn pull up in that back monitor, y'all. Let the beat work. Y'all ready for some original shit, y'all? Yeah. Yo, well, let's right to left. Here we go. Here we go. Let the beat work if you will. Wait a minute. Yeah, come on. Right. Hey, party. Ooh. Hey, K-Land. Y'all ready for some Obsession original shit?
See, I told y'all, nigga. I think it's about time that I showed y'all, nigga. Well, who the flies or the fly? Well, who the fuck can do it like that? I told y'all, nigga. I think it's about time that I showed y'all, nigga. Well, who the flies or the fly?
Who the fuck can do it like that, huh? Marty in the section. Devil in the sky. T.O.B, please. money.
See you niggas something. Let's see who make it funny. Run this chick for money, love. Go, go, go. She want that ass, I want the cash. And see if you gon' flex it. Time for no excuses, baby, I'll just
Count your blessings.
Ain't it for chill, because see, I
I
want
can
the
feel.
that new shit is for real. That new
shit
shit
is
is
for
for
real.
real. Whoa. He like it when I ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. Ride the pull up, but he just fucking and keep it sunny. He on me. That nigga love me, but he don't know me.
Run me my body, whoa.
He like it when I ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it, ride it. Ride the pull up, but he just fucking and get it sunny. He on me. That nigga love me, but he don't know me.
Run me my money, whoa.
Hey, Taisha. Hey, Nisha Boo. Hey, Duck. Hey, Southwest. Hey, Side. Up, down. Hey, up.
Run me my money, whoa.
Hey, Land Rover, Land Rover, Land Rover. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, Duck.
Run me my money, whoa.
Yeah. Going back, ladies. That's going back. Back. Going back. Going back. Get his ass like that.
Hey, fellas, hey, where your money flex back?
Going back. Get his ass like that.
Hey, fellas, hey, where your money flex
Hey,
back?
going back. Get his ass like that.
Hey, fellas, hey, where your money flex
Hey,
back?
going back, get his ass like that. Hey, go Bell, hey Bell, well let's get cute. Hey, yo, Bell, hey Pooh, well let's get cute.
Yo, I wanna see you bend it over. Bust it open. Hey, I wanna see you bend it over. Bust it open. Hey, hey, I wanna see you bend it over. Bust it open. Hey, Erica, I wanna see you bend it over. Bust it open. Hey, yo, Marty, hey, they go bend it over, jiggle. Bust it open, wiggle. You got to give it to me, girl. Give it to me, girl. You got to give it to me, girl. 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 Hey, we'll bend it over. Bust it open. I wanna see you bend it over. Bust it open. Y'all ready, ladies? Y'all about ready out there? Yeah. Hang it right there, y'all. Yeah. I wanna see you bend it over. Bust it open. Bounce, 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 boom. Hey Tasha, hey yo Robin, hey yo Robin, yeah, hey yo Kia, hey, hey, well bounce, bounce it in. Hey, hey, bounce it, hey, bounce, bounce, bounce it. Yo, bounce, bounce, hey, bounce, 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 bounce. Bounce, bounce, hey, bounce, 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 bounce.
Hands up for the homies down.
Get your hands up.
Hands up for the homies.
Everybody get up.
angles. Dingers and dangers from other triangles. On our angle, they was eating at Bojangles. I ride us a dean to trap. Come on and dance to that. And dean to trap. Hello. You see, on a girl with extensions in her hair. Bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair. Bendy back and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood. She can walk with a switch, talk street slang. I love to do a thing. Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the holly stop. Likes to dance to the rap jam. She's as sweet as brown sugar with the candy yams. Honey coated comes, black shirt using Camley. Let's hear it for the girl. She's from around the way. Like sunshine. That's why I had to dedicate at least one rhyme to all the cuties in the neighborhood. Cause if I didn't tell you, then another brother would. You're sweet like sugar with your gangster talk. Wanna eat you like a cookie when I see you walk. With your rayon silk or maybe even denim. It really doesn't matter just as long as you are in them. You can break hearts and manipulate minds and surrender, act tender, be gentleman kind. You always know what you say and do. Go weak when you think your man is playing you. Nice or better, you're ready for loving. You're real independent, so your parents is bugging. But if you ever need a place to stay, girl, yeah. I need another way, girl. What's up, my brother? I see you got a runaway girl with you, my man. You got a runaway girl all around you, baby. Beautiful, yeah. Firm in your hair, on even a cutie weed with new edition Chuck Brown button on your sleeve. Till you come here, you said meet the guy wait. But brothers been popping that gang all day. Around the ring, you're like a neighborhood jewel. All the homeboys sweat you, so you're lazy cool. You go in the summer with your biking shorts while you watching all the fellas on the basketball court. Going to the movies with your homegirl's crew while the businessmen in suits be honking you. Baby hair pumping, lip gloss shining. I think you're in the mood for whining and dining. Maybe we can go out and eat somewhere. We got a lot of private jokes to share. Lisa, Angela, Pamela, Renee, I love you. You're from around the way.
Yep. And look, you don't even have to pull it close. The sound is bomb.
Yeah.
You can hear yourself. It sounds good, don't it? Yes, that's that sound you want on the stage, ain't it?
I'm Sally.
That's that sound you want on the stage.
Yeah, it's like the studio. It's like me in the studio.
Uh-oh. Speaking of studio, let's get it. So I definitely have to introduce everybody to you. I don't even know, because it's kind of hard. So I don't want to call you Lil Chris, because I know that's what they call you.
Yeah, it's not true, because it's like Lil Wayne. Like, you know, like Lil Wayne is not Lil Wayne no more, but people still call him Lil Wayne. But they got other names.
It's like first and last name, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Like Lil Wayne is what people are going to call him on the big stage, but you know what I'm saying? People call him Tunchi.
In real life, yeah.
So, or Wheezy, or you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm used to people calling me Lil Chris. Plus, I'm a little brother, so
it's okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to the homie Lil Chris of T.O.B. Let's get into, cause see, it's tricky for me because I want to get into Chris the artist, but I also want to get into this new lane that y'all, and I don't want to give the people too much. So I want to start with Chris the artist. So a lot of people have been seeing or have grasped onto. Hold on, he did a song with Wale.
Yeah.
Like, so let's get into Chris the artist and how it got to the point where Chris is in studio with Wale and it's actually getting released. It's not getting shelved. It's not getting thrown to the side.
It's been released.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because we already knew Wale, so
Right.
we've been to Wale. In fact, we performed with Wale years ago
Back in the day.
when we was kids. So,
Uh-huh.
it was a kind of disconnection, but then we kind of connected when we went back out there. When we went out there, shout out to Long Leg Go-Go, Wayne, Kelsey, and yada yada. We did a Mochella in California, and he had came down there to the performance and whatnot, and we got a chance to really chop it up. Like, we never really got a chance to really chop it up, so I guess us chopping it up, like...
Effective communication.
Like being transparent, like, we actually had we actually chopped it up in the break. You know how you take a break, because we played a set, and then we took a break, and then, we played another set, but in between sets, me and him had a chance to chop it up. And he basically was giving me the rundown, and I basically was giving him a rundown of things, and, miscommunications, because over the years we done had differences, not really differences, but we wasn't really on the same page when it came to the culture and what we do here, but we chopped it up, and, I look at him as like a big brother now, because he kind of like he inspired me, and then he like give me so much good positive feedback, and he's already a celebrity and already in the industry, so like, I was already kind of like doing my solo project. I put out a mixtape like last year or whatever. It was cool, little mixtape, and like, what I'm saying. As soon as after I did that, he called me. Got the call, like I say on one of my songs. I mean, imagine if I never got the call, because I got the call.
Right.
Like I got the call. I was sitting in my house playing with my son. I got the call. Hey, it's time. Because when I was out there when we played. When I told you we were chopping it up, he was like, man, he was trying to get me to stay out there, but I was like, nah, I gotta go back home. Man.
I got kids.
You know what I mean? I got kids, I got family. So then he was like, man, we gonna do some music together. Then when he called me, he was like, man, one of the Go-Go records got cleared to be on his last album. I mean, his album that he just dropped, Flooring 2. Right. So then he was like, come on, little bro, man, I'm gonna bring you out here. So he flew me out there, put me up in a nice hotel, A1 studio, like some of the best engineers in California. I mean, the best studios in California. I was like and I was riding around in the Maybach, and we just got to chop it up with him and got to see more of his world and see what he got going on in his world, and just experiencing the whole industry
outside of the DMV.
Outside of me being a go-go artist, it just really opened my eyes up to like it's levels, like how they say it's levels to this shit. There are very big levels to this shit. So it's like I went out there that really got I got a small dose of the industry, and I was just like, so then that whole plane ride back to DC, I was like, man, this is really happening, and I'm about to really do this shit. So got back, and then when I got back to my studio, you know what I'm saying, me and my engineer, I just like was being him, we chop it up. He ain't with me right now, my man Clyde, Live the Entertainer or whatever. And when I got back, and he even told me, he like, man, bro, you been going hard since you got back from Cali. Like, you been coming every day, like delivering, like
dedication.
Pressure. Like it almost got to a point where I had to kind of like one day sit to myself and say, well, dang, I gotta still put my 100% into my go-go shit too, because it was like I was kind of getting like I was cheating on my girlfriend. T.O.B. If T.O.B. was my girlfriend, I was cheating on my girlfriend. I found a side chick.
Oh, so you got a side chick.
So
some new cheeks.
I got some new cheeks.
The fresh cheeks. The fresh cheeks.
When you got some new cheeks, you acting very shady to your
Don't do that.
To your main. So it's like I was really locked in, and like me and my engineer, we be locked in. Then I got a studio. I got shout out to my Trio family and in-house production family. You know what I mean? I got a studio, a 25-hour studio that's open to me anytime I want to. So I was given a platform and a space to really go be myself and create and
put your head down
and work on my artistry as a solo artist. And goddamn it, I got good at it. I mean, to the point where it's like I'm making like hit records like in the studio. Like I done let like people in the industry hear my stuff, and they like, man, like, dude, you dope. Like every time I go to California, when I go in the studio, they be like, dude, why you always come out here for 3 days? Dude, you got to stay out here for a month. Like,
you can work.
Like, this is where you need to be at. Like, everybody that I met, all the connections that I done made because of Wale and people that he done put me down with, and a lot of different little people that I never met that I was in rooms that I didn't even really think to myself like I belong in these rooms. Like,
Right.
but in the actuality, I do belong in the room. But it's just that, like, it's just sometimes it's overwhelming. Like, you know, like I said, I got a glimpse of what his world is. So it's like, and then after that, I went right back out there. Like, I went out there, and then the next, like 2 weeks later, I said, fuck it. I'm going out there on my own terms.
I'm
And
back.
And I still linked up with him because I got a manager that live out there. Shout out to my manager, Rize, more than basketball. He live out there. He moved out there 3 years ago, so he been living out there. So he kind of like got a lot of foundation out there, a lot of things going on out there. So when I went out there, he made me feel, you know, at home, and, you know, took me around and took me out to eat. And, you know, then I still got a chance to link up with Wale in the studio and take advantage of studio time. So it was like, man, and then I went out there again. I just went out there again, like, probably like a month or two ago. I went out there again to go work on some more music before he went on tour, because, you know, he went on tour.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he was like, man, little bro, I know you can, you know, I just had a baby, so, you know.
Yes,
I
congrats.
just had a little girl, so.
A princess. A princess.
Another
Congratulations.
little girl, so I wasn't able to really go on the tour. I know he probably would have wanted me to go on the tour with him, but, you know, that ain't work out that way. But it ended up working out the best because, you know, he saved home for last.
Yes.
And he brought me out on the stage when he at the Fillmore, so
Yes.
everything worked out. Shout out to my big boy, my big dog. I said big boy, big dog. Wale, man, doing so much stuff, man, for me personally. I mean, I can't speak on everybody else,
Right.
but I know he's doing so much for me right now. And it's just like, I'm just happy. Like, I'm ecstatic about it. Like, I'm just, sometimes I can't even believe that I even kind of know him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Like, yeah, so, yeah, I'm coming into my own with my own, like, music, because, you know, when you in a band, you got to think for me being the leader of the band. I got to think for
the entire band.
everybody. But then when I'm doing my solo project, it's like, I don't have to think for everybody. I'm in there thinking for myself.
Yes.
So that's why I say it kind of like came a point where I was like, dang, well, I'm not giving the band 110%. I'm giving the band 100%, but that extra 10% is going to
My girlfriend.
my
Your side
girl.
chick.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I really enjoy
fell
doing
in
this.
love. You hit it
I
once and fell in love.
Like my engineer tell you, like, man, I stay in the studio. Like, we stay in the studio. Like we just like took a little break because I'm about to drop my EP that's about to come out on April 22nd.
Okay.
Called Manifest, Speaking Into Existence.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because everything you do in life, you gotta manifest it. You gotta speak it into existence before it happens. So, I mean, right now, that's what I'm really focused on. I'm focused on my music coming out and, you know, doing more projects with different people. And, you know, can't give y'all too much of the spill what's going on, what we about to really do. But just know we got a big project
I mean, just
on the way.
You done gave us enough of the tea,
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
done
yeah,
got their
yeah,
little
yeah.
sips.
Yeah. But nah, don't forget, hey, for all y'all that's watching this right now, people that don't follow me, people that don't follow T.O.B, people that don't follow my solo music, I got a solo project coming out called Manifest, Speaking Into Existence, coming out April 22nd. April 22nd on all platforms. And if you fuck with me and you support me, go download it.
All right, so let's speak about your creative hours, because I know I create at night. I am a 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. Those are my hours. It's awkward.
Yeah.
So when are your hours? Do you have creative hours? Is it random? Like,
I mean, for me, I eat shit and breathe music. I might be on the toilet taking a shit, and I might come up with
a song.
You might call it a song. I call it a jingle or some shit like that.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It might be something stupid. Like, I might be on the toilet, or I might wake up in the morning and roll up, and I might go on Instagram and see something and just be like, oh shit, we should hit this, man. Thinking outside the box. So like,
Yes.
you know, I don't know. I think being creative has no time. I mean, or being inspired has, like, some people, I mean, for some people it does, because some people need inspiration, like to get high or to get drunk, or they might need to have sex, or they might need to see some booty, or they might need to rub some girl's titty, or whatever the case. Everybody get inspired.
Whatever sparks them.
Whatever, yeah, but for me, I think it's like, it's first nature with me, because I done made up, like, hit songs, in my opinion, or, you know, hit records in the morning, or it's been days that I done went in the studio and made 2 songs up in the morning, left, went to go pick my kids up, drop them off in the house, come out to the studio, meet my engineer, then I come up with 2 more joints, and then I gotta go to band practice later today, and I be like, damn, I just made up 4 songs in one day. So it's like, I don't know. It's different. See, for me, I'm creative. I think outside the box, and I like music, and I eat shit and breathe music. So I pretty much got a lot of time on my hands. So it's a lot of things to go through this big brain of mine.
Big brain of mine.
So it's like, yeah. So I don't know. For me, it's different. I can make up anything, anytime, any place. It's just natural. It just comes to me naturally.
So what is the vision for Chris, the independent artist? What is your vision for yourself? How do you see yourself as an artist? If you had to describe yourself, the type of artist that you are coming into becoming, because manifest. I mean, explain to the people, like, what is the vision?
Well, at first I didn't really take it seriously. It was just gonna be something for me to do. Like, let me dib and dab, because people be always asking, why you don't be doing no regular studio stuff? And I've been doing regular studio stuff over the years. It's just that I was so much of a go-go nigga that I didn't really, because everybody know, like, in this area, rap wasn't really nothing. Like, if you would have came to me, if I'd have came to you 10 years ago and said, yeah, I'm about to come out with a mixtape called Manifest, you would have told me, yeah, okay.
I'd have been like, what band you hitting it with?
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
I ain't even going lie.
So like the landscaping changed in the DMV area, because it's like the rap scene is just as big as the go-go scene. So like it's not uncommon for somebody to start rapping, you know what I'm saying? But for me, people probably won't take it seriously enough until, I mean, that's anything you do. That's any time like you do something in life. Nobody gonna take you seriously until you make it.
Until you blow.
And then when you make it, everybody gonna be like, "Oh shit,
I
knew
it.
I knew." Boo,
That's
boo,
my
but
homie.
the whole time, it's like you will never get that support from people, because everybody been knowing me for doing go-go. So it's like it's kind of hard to put me in a category like with the rap people that rap now, like the rap all the artists that's from here now. But at the same time, if you really wanted to put everything on like paper and shit, I've been doing music longer than them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in a professional, in a grand scheme, and in a professional set, because we done went to studios and recorded major stuff with major people. Like I done did stuff. I did Nice and Slow when I was like 13 years old. I went to a studio with Mr. Mike and Perfect Image, and I remixed Nice and Slow with, of those of y'all remember Wings World, Metro World, not Wings World, Metro World. Blake and Metro World. I did a song for him. I did Nice and Slow over, and like I've been doing the studio shit. It's just that it just never caught my eye until like I guess I got older, because a lot of people would think like, oh shit, he's trying to be a rapper because he got a song with Wale. But what people don't know is that I put a mixtape out way before that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like if you're not following my solo, exactly. So
you haven't followed my
exactly.
journey.
So it's like I mean, laugh now, cry later. That's just that's how I look at it. So I'm just like right now, I'm just staying. Like I've been in the studio like last year and the year before that, I was in the studio every day. Locked in the studio, like I got so many. I'm giving y'all too much stuff, by the way. But
welcome to No Gray Area. That's what you stepped in the No Gray Area. This is what we do. We're transparent here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give y'all the spiel, but I got so much music that to y'all it's gonna be new and fresh, but to me it's like I've been did this music, but just nobody never heard it.
I got a whole catalog.
I got a catalog, like so it's like. And then time I always, like, my manager, I got a good management because he manages the band. He also managed me as a solo artist. So he always give me insight, like, even my engineer, like, I was about to just go head first and just, drop everything. He like, nah, bro,
you get a single, you get a single, you get a single, you get an EP.
So what I did was I dropped a single with Light Show called Rule the World or Light Show. That joint going crazy right now. A lot of DJs in the area spinning it. Then I did another song, a solo song called About My Business, and I actually got a music video. That's my only music video that I got out right now, or visual that I got out, or whatever. My man shot by my engineer actually shot it too. He's also a videographer too.
Okay.
So. But then after that, I dropped another song with my man Tripper, Super Tripper, called Wake Up in the Morning, and like those three singles that I dropped is gonna be featured on my tape too as well. But I just dropped that just to let everybody know I'm coming. The first song was like, you got a song. Then the second song, the third song. Then I come back behind it and drop the tape. So it's like I'm just trying to capitalize and just make strategic moves and make the right choices. So I don't just be, because what happens is with a lot of artists, like including myself, you will go in the studio and make so much music, but then it never comes out. So then you just sitting on music, and then if you just sitting on music and you're not releasing it or you're not trying to push it, you gonna keep making music, and then the old music is gonna sound not better than the new music, and then you're gonna be wanting to put the new music out, but then the old music is still new music because nobody's ever heard it. So that's what I would say, like, to a lot of artists, like, if you got music, don't sit on your music, man. It's timing, and you gotta have a plan, but don't sit on your music. You gotta release it, especially if you're an unsigned artist, up and coming artist,
an indie artist. Because I feel like every stage you produce a different type of music, a different sound of music, a different time stamp, a different position. So it puts it in a situation where people get to know and understand, okay, so this is where he started from.
Exactly.
This is where he is now. So here's the dash in the middle of his journey.
Facts.
So we get the music. Things are moving. What are your goals as an indie artist? What is your goal?
Well, my goal is to really, like, keep pushing my goal is to make it once. Like, if like the goal is for, like, labels to really look into me, and if they look into me, like, you know, if they put something on the table, I can just run with it, because I come from nothing. I come from Go-Go. Go-Go is really still local, so it's like, just I want to be, like, known as one. I want to be one of the first, like, you know, because, you know, G made it. Big G, shout out to Pops, that's Big G.
Shout out to the homie.
You know what I'm saying? He made it, like, through acting, you know what I'm saying? But through Go-Go.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be probably one of the first actual Go-Go artists that everybody know that make it in something else, make it in the music industry. Then that's, like, that's a big step for me to do that, so I can put T.O.B. in position to be on the mainstream.
It's an avenue.
So it's really me taking one step so that I can open up a door for everybody.
For your mom.
You know what I'm saying? And then once I do that, then you got to think about bigger plans of, like, starting labels and really starting an empire here, so that we don't have to really fluctuate and really move to other places. We can still be from here and just do what everybody else doing. Like, it's people from Atlanta that live in Atlanta. They still live in their hometown, but they go to other cities and they go to other countries to perform and shit like that. 'Cause they made it. So, I mean, I guess for me, I want to put Go-Go on the map. And I feel like if I make it with rap, no, not if I make it, when I make it.
I'm about to say,
because
you can't name your album Manifest,
look,
and you not manifesting.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I stop myself, because I'm looking at it like this. I don't even say that when I make it. I already made it. It's just about me claiming it.
Yes.
And putting in the work, for real.
Yes.
That's what it really boils
It's
down
right
to.
there at the tip
it's
of your
right
fingers.
There.
Yeah.
It's right there.
It's yours.
It's yours it's mine for the taking.
You just
so
gotta
I just gotta claim
eat it, walk it, claim it,
gotta
and make
speak
it
it
be
into
what it is.
Exactly. See, a lot of times we get caught up in saying if. It is no ifs. I'm betting my life on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm really betting my life on what I'm doing right now. So I don't believe that what I'm doing is, like, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. Like, I'm consistently in the studio. I got a band. I got one of the crankless bands in the DMV. You know.
Oh, don't worry. We getting to that portion. It's coming. So, I got to slow walk this because it's coming. So, with you saying you want to be able to help other put everybody in position, I have an honest question. Welcome to No Gray Area. Just transparency. This is where we speak exactly what it is that we see, we feel, we know, we understand, we comprehend. Yeah. Do you think that Go-Go is ready for that step?
It is. Because we just proved it. We just put a record out. We didn't remix. Wale didn't remix EU or Backyard or he made an original Go-Go song.
But see, I'm not even speaking like the production part. I know the production part is there. You know, I'm out. I'm talking about from the business part, because we don't do business the way the industry does mainstream business. A lot of us don't understand the business aspect of it fully.
That's what when it comes to that comes with
a team.
Like, I'm gonna be real. With me, I was fortunate enough to have, like, people in my corner, even my management now, because we didn't always have the same management. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had T.O.B, I had Walk Jam. I was blessed to have people around me to really teach me business and the infrastructure of business. So me knowing that, and then me having my manager now that that knows business. He doesn't know go-go business. I was blessed with Walk Jam. He knew go-go business. He was a go-go icon, like a legendary promoter that knows the game inside and out.
Yes.
T.O.B learned what she learned, and she knew business, and she learned the game, and she knew go-go. I met Rob, which is my manager now, and Rize, who live out Cali. They know business. So we're like how we run our band, we try to kind of not follow the formula of the regular go-go infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, my manager preaches to me all the time that you gotta stop thinking like the old go-go, and you gotta think like what's business. Like it's a lot of artists in go-go right now that don't even have ASCAPs or BMIs. So if they do a song with a mainstream artist, if you don't have an ASCAP and BMI, you won't get paid. Yeah, so, like, for me, I know the business because I've been around for so long. I've been around since I was 12. So as I grew up and I started asking more questions, I was fortunate enough to have people in my corner tell me what's what, how you run stuff, the structure of things. So for me, I can't speak on go-go.
You can speak from your band's perspective.
From my band perspective, like the things that we do is legit. Like,
it puts you in a position of power, so you can say you're ready for that.
Exactly. So I can say for me personally, like for instance, we was in a movie. You know what I'm saying? We was in a movie, and then like the average person would probably think that we was in a movie and they just paid us cash. No, we had to sign W-9s and all of that wild shit, and then we didn't even get paid right then and there. It still is it's a process, and then we all got paid. But I'm saying it's just like the real world is not like how we do go-go. Like you play, you get the under the table money, and then you leave. But that's not the real world. That's not real business.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's not real at all. So it's like, I think that a lot of, I'm not even trying to get off subject. I think a lot of it has to do with the go-go being repetitive every week.
It's weekly live performances.
So it's like everybody's doing it because they're trying to make the money. But when all actuality, a real business works every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Or monthly.
Yes.
So like, if we really want to get like on our business, we got to start here first. Yeah. The business has to be started here first.
And that's why I was asking, do you think we're ready? Because that's a real transition for a lot of people.
I think certain groups are. Like, I think like the Backyards and the Red Essences and all, like, you know what I'm saying? I said Red Essences and like the bands that been out for a long time, like EU and JY. I think they can kind of do that now, but I don't think that the other go-go, I don't really think go-go is really structured. I don't think everybody's ready for that yet. I don't think everybody's ready to sign contracts and shit like that
every week.
You know what I'm saying? And not get paid right after the show. You know how many people would quit go-go bands if you didn't get the pay?
If you actually get a paycheck bi-weekly or monthly.
So it's like, even me, I can't talk like I'm different because it's like I grew up under that old go-go law. So it's like you want to get paid after, but when you really look at like how business is really supposed to be ran, like if you're a band, y'all play 3 times out the week. Mm-hmm. If you add that money up 3 times out the week, 2 times a week. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you add the money you making Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday twice, and you get it like every 2 weeks, that's actually better. Cause then you feel like you got your, you know what I mean? You getting your worth. You know what I'm saying? To where everybody want their money after the show. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I think just the infrastructure of the go-go is just very like, it's still old school, and then we need to like bring it to modern day. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think that we need to establish some form of a hierarchy or some type of like business institute or some set of like, all right, so these are industry standard guidelines. This is where we are in go-go. Can we meet in the middle? Do you think is that the way the transition needs to happen?
It could work. It could work. The only way I think it would work is everybody get legit. But then if everybody get legit, everybody don't want to give up that under the table money. Because really how businesses work, we're supposed to get a tax ID number and an LLC. So if everybody was to do that, then everybody will forfeit their under the table money, which nobody in go-go wants to forfeit under the table money.
Nobody wants to pay taxes.
Why would you want to pay taxes on something that you've been doing? Then like it really boils down to like the people that been doing it for so long. It's like you've been used to doing this for so long that you will say like, oh, man, they coming down hard on us, man. We got the foul tax. But when actuality, you will get the money back, like taxes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're a real legit business. See, my manager tell me this too, and this is what I learned the concept too. You have go-go bands, and then you have the go-go bands that are businesses. It's the difference. It's the difference between go-go. That's why I said I don't know if go-go can really get to that point unless we really start really making our like go-go bands into businesses, like where it's like a business.
Where you're held accountable for legitimate business
It's
standards.
business, not to say like that. Don't quote unquote me and don't bash me for this. It's nigga business.
I mean, this is no gray area. I'm not saying
You know
that
what I'm saying?
can't
This
say
is
it that way.
nigga. Most of the time we doing nigga business. We're not doing no real business. We're doing nigga business.
So do you feel like that's the hand-to-hand action, or we just going off of you play here every week, this what you gonna get paid, there's no contract, no guarantee. So what's the recourse if you don't get that money that night? What's the recourse?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Cause I just think, man, the whole structure of go-go is kind of weird to me. It's weird because
Expand on that for me. Explain to me what you mean.
because we play every week,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, in the grand scheme, that makes go-go much harder because we play every week. So if Suzanne and Annie Mae and Joanne and Brittany and Tasha know that T.O.B. play at Aqua every Friday, it won't hurt me to miss this Friday. Or it won't hurt me to miss the next Friday. Because guess what? I know they're going to be there, what? Every Friday.
Okay.
But if they can only catch us here, and then next week you can only catch us here, and then the following week you can catch us here, they going to know that's the place to be. Oh, girl, they was cranking last time. Woo, woo. And you know it's only... But when you know it's every week and it's repetitive, it's kind of like, that's what fucked go-go up, though. And I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy that go-go bands, us as being who we are in this area, DMV, we can bring out people every week. But a national recording artist couldn't bring nobody out in the same place every week. That's kind of crazy, but it's just like, I just think that's just the weird infrastructure of go-go. Because that's just how it is. It's gonna be like that forever. Like, because it's almost like if you don't play, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. See, go-go is considered a performer's genre.
Yeah, you gotta see it live.
And you have to perform to remain relevant.
Exactly. So whereas though the like mainstream national artists, they make a CD like, well, the ones that do good when they make CDs, they can make a CD and don't make one for like 2-3 years, and then, you know what I mean? Look at Rihanna. Rihanna ain't made a CD like.
But she's also set up to get royalties.
Yeah, that's
she
true,
has
that's true.
visuals.
Exactly.
And she's also diversified her funds
Exactly.
because she has other businesses.
Businesses, yeah.
So it's like, I feel like this culture, just like you said, needs some expansion.
Exactly.
And it needs some type of business acumen that comes in to help transition.
You need to get business savvy, man. Go-go needs to become business savvy and not about. Cause like for me, I don't give a fuck. You say this is no great area. I don't give a fuck about opening up and who close. I really don't give a fuck about that. Now listen, I care about it to a certain degree because I'm still a competitive and I'm still the leader. So I still have to have my competitive hat on too. But I don't give a fuck about that for real. But everybody else does. So when everybody else does, then it becomes that I have to become the same thing because then I can't settle for less because everybody else is like, fuck it. We ain't gonna do this and we ain't gonna do that. So I think that's what go-go kind of like is like, that's the little weird gray area too, because it's like we all don't want to play together, but we all want to do our own thing. But the people want to see a big show. They want to see an event. They want to get their money's worth, like the way as though they go to a party and they really get their money's worth and they can leave the party and say, man, I enjoyed myself.
Everybody was cranking.
Exactly. That's what you want. Because I'm saying, if you think about it, all the rappers, they perform together. I mean, they don't really care who. I mean, it's going to go off of, like, your status. Like, you know what I mean? What you doing. But see, with go-go now, it's like, it's just, I don't know. I don't feel like it's together.
We don't have record sales to chart it and be like, oh, well, they sold 20,000 records.
Exactly.
They sold 7.
Exactly.
So they're opening because they sold 7,000. They sold 20.
The sound man, Janky and go-go, they don't even give us the CD.
Oh, shit.
Nah, for real, though. The sound man, they don't even be giving, not all of them, but I'm just saying though, go-go band's not even putting CDs out no more. And then a lot of it, I ain't gonna lie, I think a lot of it is that we trying to, like, 'cause everybody say, oh, original. But how many bands really putting out original shit though? Let's be real. We still covering other people's music, so it's like, I don't know. I just think go-go needs to just, we need to have some type of business plan or business like board or some shit, some or some type of what's the word I'm looking for?
Like an organization, a
people-
hierarchy, or a structure.
The people that too, and the people that distribute. We need somebody in the industry to look at go-go and say, I'm gonna take a chance on go-go and I'm gonna help them distribute this music. Because it's no more different from rock and roll or any type of contemporary music or
Right.
rock and jazz, rock and rolls, punk rock, all that shit. It's no blues. It's no difference. Like even salsa music, they play timbales.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think, man, we need to people need to like kind of use their resources because like I feel like if we all did have some outlet or some type of person to look into the go-go band, because there's a lot of go-go bands with
Yes.
different sounds and different
Yes.
styles and shit. It's just that we just need somebody to help get that shit on a platform where it's sent to the right people or it's being heard by the right people. And I'm not just talking about people here. Because then a lot of thing is with go-go, a lot of people here tend to say, well, why y'all want to take go-go here? Why y'all want to do that? Why y'all want to do this? But the whole time, it's like y'all can't be selfish to our baby. We gotta let the whole world see our baby. We gotta like open-handedly let people into our world. That's the only way it's gonna go further. Like that's the only way. Like, and what made me think of that, like a few years back, we played at this little spot in College Park, Maryland called what the fuck is it called? It's called the Art House. And we played on Halloween. It was a cross show. We played with like a rock band, a punk rock band, and we closed it out. But it was amazing because it was like, it wasn't like our crowd. It was like all the kids that went to College Park, but it was like Caucasian kids, white. It was all ragged white kids. And when I say they was partying like shit. Like they was partying like they knew who the fuck we was and all that. Like, so then that would make me really think like, man, it's not just our culture that can grasp to this music, like,
And love it.
We just got to be open-minded to let people in our world. We don't want to let people in our world, so that's where it comes to everybody saying, oh, man, why y'all want to take go-go here and woo, woo, woo. Like when I seen the little, it was somebody, I think EU posted, or DMV Husbands, they posted this little white man, they was hitting Dawn in the butt. They like, oh, man, they still, man, that's an accomplishment that it's other people trying to play what we play. They can't play it, though, but I'm saying it's an accomplishment that they're trying to play. That means that people know about it. So just think if we, as go-go, even the young generation, which is the bounce beat, just think of our music expanded somewhere else. We take over the fucking world.
Speaking of taking over the world, it's perfect segue. So, before you got in, I was giving my rundown of the weekend. And I told them that I caught y'all Friday.
Yeah.
And you got off the stage immediately. And you were so excited. And I don't think I've ever seen you this excited.
Yeah.
And you were like, it's time. I'm like, time for what? And you like to get this ticket. It's our first Grown and Sexy show. It's time for us to cross over.
Fact.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. That's a major crossover. So how did we get? When did shifting from Chris, the indie artist, to T.O.B. shifting into the Grown and Sexy lane? Let's go.
Well, the last 3 years? I had a horn session for my own 3 years. Well, yeah, since like the pandemic or whatever. We my keyboardist, one of my keyboardists is B Keys or whatever. He went to school with Mike. It's two Michaels and it's two Mikes and a Grayson. And actually we had a trombone player too named Reggie or whatever. And they all four came at the same time. They went to school with my keyboard player or whatever. And he was like, bro, I got a horn session because I had played with the Chuck Brown band or whatever. We did some little live stream and I had got on stage with Scooby and all everybody, Steve Roy, Dirk from Vibe, Miggy, Wingo from JY, all us got on the stage with Chuck Brown Band or whatever and performed our songs with them for time or whatever. So we hit one of our songs or whatever, and they had it. And you know, Chuck Brown Band got a horn section.
Yes.
So when they hit it, and we was just cranking the joint, you know what I'm saying? That was my first time ever sharing the stage with Scooby and, you know, Quick and all the, you know, BJ, all the Chuck Brown Band and Mickey Jr. and all that. So, like, I was like, damn. I'm like, damn, that shit sound good with the horns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we need, my manager was like, man, you see that, man? He like, man, we need horns. We get some horns, we'd be.
It's on,
it's on. So then, you know, my keyboard player, he brought them through, you know, so he came around right after that, and then he brought them through, and then we just been practicing. Like, we put out a Christmas album. Well, it's not really an album, it's like an EP. We put a Christmas EP out, like 4 songs or whatever. DJ Rico hosted the joint, and we put it out on all platforms, and that was like their first little go-around with the band. We was hitting all the Christmas stuff and shit, so kind of put that together, and then we was just working, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, these young brothers, man, they really want to work. Like, they come to practice every week regardless. And mind you, they don't even play. So what I did was, I was like, well, shit, we could create. Because, I mean, one thing about us, not to really, you know, size ourselves, but we got soul. You know what I'm saying? Man, like me, my brother, T, Miss T, I mean, you know what I'm saying? My backline, we got soul. Like, we got soul. So, like, they know if we gonna hit some music, we gonna hit some of that old school music like that your mom and them used to listen to. So, like, a lot of Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder type stuff like that. So we just been working. We just been working. I really just had them in the studio just practicing every week, so we can build chemistry. And then once we built the chemistry, then we started playing. Like, on like the little outside show. You know, remember 2020? We was playing everywhere outside. So.
Y'all popped up exactly in a hood near you.
Exactly. We was everywhere. 2020, we was everywhere.
Yeah.
We was everywhere.
You pull up to a party.
Yeah. So I started letting them play, and then, you know, I started letting them play more like at the little festival outside shows. And I let them play at a few clubs, but, you know, like the regular T.O.B. fans, they won't appreciate that type of level of music and, you know, what we doing with that. So that's when I came up with the whole idea of, I'm telling my manager, like, we can be 2 entities within one. Like, we still, like, pretty much it's still the same band. It's still T.O.B., but we just add the T.O.B. experience so that we can make it more jazzier, so that, I mean, because if you put my face on the fly and put the T.O.B. experience, you still gonna think in the back of your mind, it's T.O.B. So that's why we put experience, the T.O.B. experience, because it's something that you gotta come experience. Like, it's music. We actually playing music. We actually singing. We actually playing congos. Not so much. We got a few bounce beats that, like, but it's not nothing off the wall that you will be like, oh man, that's some little kid shit. It'll be something that you will be bouncing your head singing to. So it's like, we've been just working on like different little areas. And like, my goal is to be able to cross over, because like I tell everybody, all we need is just to get our feet wet in that lane, because that lane is different from what we do. Like, I can't, like, we play at Hangers every Wednesday. I can't go to Hangers with the T.O.B. experience, because it would be kind of weird, and then the people that come see T.O.B., they're expecting us to give them the crank, the bounce, the this, the that, but the T.O.B. experience is really the soulful sounds of T.O.B., or like the joyful sounds, or the press the human jukebox. Like, any old song you could think of, we gonna hit it, and then you gonna be like, damn, them youngers, they did that, like, damn. And then it'll blow your mind away, because then you'll be thinking in the back of your mind, like, damn, this T.O.B. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like wanted to be a separate entity within the same entity. But eventually, my goal is to really be able to do all in one. So to make people that go to Grown and Sexy like the bounce beat, or the certain things that we do, because we do a lot of old school 60s, 70s, and 80s songs. So it's something that not just that they can relate to. They can relate to it, but it's just put in our form of what we do. So it's like, and then like I said, with the T.O.B. experience, it's not just bounce beat. It's grooves, it's more singing, it's more harmonizing, it's more Congo, it's more everything. It's different. It's just a different experience. So it's like, my goal is with that is just to really kind of like get in that lane and be like, like for instance, we play Wednesdays, we play Fridays, we play Saturdays. That's T.O.B. But on the off days, like on a Tuesday or Monday or Sunday or Thursday, I want to be able to play with a vibe band or still familiar or subtle or even Kim and Scooby. Like we played with Kim and Scooby on Thursday. This is our first time ever playing like in this lane.
Congratulations.
So it's just like we just trying to evolve because I feel like you should never hold yourself to just doing one thing. And like T.O.B. been out since 2004. We've been playing bounce since Polo and made it up. We gravitated towards that. As soon as Polo and TCB made up the bounce beat, we fell in love with that shit. So that's what we've been playing. So I'm not saying we're running away. So don't get it twisted. We're not running away from that. We just want to be able to be masters in all other arts too. So like it could be, you can look at this in this light, you can look at this in this light. And then that also opens up your like, it's kind of like, it opens up everything because now that you do that, you're not just accustomed just to playing at clubs. The festival is going to call, MGM is going to call. People going to want to take you out of town.
Events.
Exactly, and that's where the real money, the corporate money,
Yes.
that's the money that
That's
we
where the
really want.
dollars are.
And that's where the money is. So it's like, I want to be able to do that, and I also still want to be able to play for the chitlin circuit. I still will play for the chitlin circuit because that's who we are. But I still want to be able to cross over and do different stuff because I feel like I don't want to limit what we can do because we can do more than just bounce beat and be just T.O.B. the crank of the bounce. We can be way more than that. So, like we played at a wedding before, and that's really when we summed everything up for me. We played at my man, shout out to my man Real, played at his wedding, and it was like something different. Like I never played at a wedding before. So it was something different. So, I mean, I'm just ready to do different stuff, like ballrooms. I could see myself playing at Bethesda Blues, Jazz. You know what I'm saying? I want to play at them type of events. I want to play at like some of the most iconic places that you could think of, but a person wouldn't think that no bounce beat band, because quote unquote they'll call us a bounce beat band. You know what I'm saying? So because that's what we play. But I want to be able to be looked at as just an all-purpose band. We'd play at a bar mitzvah.
Yes.
La 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 la
A
la la
quinceañera.
la la.
Yes.
Nah, for real. Nah, no bullshit. I want to be able to play for any type of purpose, any type of event. I don't even care if you be like, man, I need y'all to do a tiny desk. I want to be able to do it. But I want to be able to cater to cater to the event. Like, whatever the event is, we should be able to cater to it. That's what I mean by like an all-purpose band. So, like, that's one of the biggest reasons why we trying to make that leap and evolve and, and step, take that next big step. Because once you get in that lane, it's like, that's like big boy shoes right there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. And I feel like we got the talent to do it.
I do too. So with that being a thing, when the decision was made, like, we gonna add the experience to the end of this, how did the band feel about it? What were their thoughts? What was the morale like? Did they think it was gonna be a hard sell? Like, the people got questions, so I'm definitely gonna ask them. So what was the band's outlook when you added the experience to the back of the T.O.B?
Well, honestly, most of my band play in church.
Mm-hmm.
So they with music. They love playing music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause see, it's one thing to play what we do every week, but when coming from what they come from and they play in church, they actually playing music. Like, they playing music. They have to learn music every week. They have to memorize real music every week. So it's like, that's for them. That's kind of like a musician's like dream, like to really do shit like that. Like, because I'm saying, like, I mean, they playing music, but it's like, go-go is like, what we do is like, it's hardcore. So it's like boom. Like, it's like you can play music and shit, but like, when that beat drop, the beat just drop. Ain't no music. When that beat drop, the beat drops. So it's like, coming from like they musical backgrounds and like, because I got a young core. I have a young core. Damo, my percussionist. The OG in it is Joker, my Congo player. My keyboard player Marcus, my keyboard player Black, my keyboard player B Keys, and my drummer Davo. They love music.
Who's definitely tuned in. Davo's definitely tuned in right now.
So they love music. That's the one thing I say about the group that I got right now. This group that I got, they love music. So, like, at first when I bring ideas, like for instance, I'm gonna give you a prime example. when I brought Open Up Your Eyes. When I first brought Open Up Your Eyes to the band, majority, all of them was looking at me like, why we hit this song? Like, they listen, they're like, what the fuck is this? This little white boy singing this song. I like, look, y'all, we hit this song, this is gonna be a hit, y'all, I'm telling you. They like, man, all right. We get the practice on it, we put it together, we put it together, we put it together, we put it together. They still ask me like, man, bro, this shit, I don't, like, they ain't understand what I was trying to go at with it. Then we recorded it. All it takes for you one time to hear it when we recorded it, and that's when it came together. And everybody was like, dang, bro, this might be the hit song for this shit.
It's moving.
That's what I'm saying. So it'd be a little challenge at sometimes because they might not understand like my vision if I bring an old ass song, and that's most of the majority of times I'm gonna bring an old ass song, and they gonna be like, hey, why we hitting this old ass song? But you don't know that it's old, but to our fans, it's new. Like, it's a lot of people that like that song that don't even know that's a real song.
Yes.
They might think I made that up, but the whole time it's a real song. So, I just say, like, with my group that I got right now, they love music. They love me challenging them. Like, all right, y'all ain't gonna learn this. The motherfuckers, they learn that shit, and then we just be hitting it. So, I mean, so it's like definitely a collective, because I'm nothing without them. People they put the lead mic here because we the leader and we the face, but without the people behind you actually playing the stuff,
Who are you leading?
You're nothing. So I always tell them that I'm nothing without y'all. As much as I might yell, fuss, and fight, man, you playing too slow, or y'all playing the wrong shit, but we all a team, because I know that in the grand scheme that we're a group, and a group is nothing with one person. It got to be everybody collective, a cohesive unit. So it's like, they love music. That's the one I get them. They love music. They look, when we stop playing, they get the
Yes.
they and look, my drummer he playing church, so he up there. My bass guitar player playing church, and both of my keyboard players they playing church, so they be up there going for it. So like most of the time, it just like it's amazing for me as a leader sometimes to like get them tasks like that, like learn this song. They might not learn it. They might bullshit around when we be at practice, and they actually go home and learn it. Come back next week,
kill it.
Nah, I gotta learn the words because I didn't think they was gonna learn the song. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, with the T.O.B. experience, I think they have a lot more fun with that because that's more their lane. Like, what I mean by their lane, that's more of their comfort zone. They can do whatever they want in that because they be in there 4, 5, 6, 8, 5, 7. I be long. Look, I don't know how to read music, but look, I be knowing what they saying, but I don't know how to read music. So it's like them dudes is like really musically inclined. Like they really know music. So it's kind of hard to have. It's kind of not hard. It's kind of easy to do what I want to do when you got people that know music. So it's like, yeah, and everybody just agreed with the whole T.O.B. experience thing because it's kind of like another spot.
Yeah.
Something, you know what I'm saying?
Something fresh.
Something fresh. Like damn. Like the other day we just played at the Anacostia Festival or whatever. And I know most of the people out there expected us to bounce. But we didn't do that. I was giving them a little glimpse of what's the T.O.B. experience, even though we only had 25 minutes to play, because every band had 25 minutes to play, so it was like, I had an order, they had an itinerary, so, you know how those festivals go. Shit don't never go on time, but it gotta go like this, because it'll be delayed, and they only got enough time to really be in that pop, you know what I'm saying?
Certain amount of time,
so, I mean, the sky's the limit for the T.O.B. experience, but I will say this now. I ain't gonna toot my horn. Y'all give me some time. We coming. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I don't do too much. I ain't with the whole go rap and get on the internet, talk shit. I know what I do when I get up on that stage. Yeah. I'm just saying, we coming. The T.O.B. experience, we coming. That's all I can say.
So, Cree said, I'm in love with the frontline guy. She's talking about Slutty T. He had me hyped from the beginning. Even if you don't want to dance, he made you dance. Love his energy. Dave said, merge the bounce beat and the grown and sexy. But that's the avenue and the direction you're looking to go in, correct?
Yeah.
Merging the two.
That's what we do. That's what I say. We didn't take the bounce beat away from. Like, we got a few bounce beat songs.
Friday
that we
was
hit.
a whole experience.
Yeah, but see, without the horns.
Yeah.
So just
it was still
can you imagine that with the horns? That's what I'm saying. So it's like a lot. Like I said, T.O.B. we was ahead of our time anyway. Like we were ahead of our time. regardless of what anybody think or say, we was ahead of our time. So, like when we play with Backyard, I've learned over the years that when you play with Backyard, I can't just go in there and get right into my bounce. You gotta work your way up to you gotta work your way up. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that it's certain sets that you call when you play with certain people. Like if we play with TCB, we know what type of party it is. It's a bounce beat party.
You gotta get in there.
We gotta get in there. We gotta get in there and get it in. Because it's the type of party it is. But if I was to play with Essence and shit, like I ain't gonna go in there and just do what we do, because the goal is to make people like your band. So you in their world now. So you gotta play by their rules, not really, but you still do what you do. But I'm saying because we a bounce beat band, we expected to bounce all night.
So you feel like you have to appeal to
I gotta fuck
sound.
your head. Listen, I gotta fuck your head up first and make you go, damn, I ain't never know they could do that. And then you gonna be so shocked about that when I turn it up an extra notch. You gonna be like, damn, I didn't know they could go there. And then we gonna bounce your head away. You see what I'm saying? It's just different ways you do it. So for me, I don't like bouncing. We always been playing old school bounce beat music, Sexual Healing, Minnie Rippleton. List goes on and on. We've been Lovely Day. Like we've been playing old school music. Like for people that don't necessarily like bounce beat, but you can understand it if we play that because you understand that. Like we hit "I Do Love You" by GQ. We hit I don't know if y'all familiar. That's what's his name? Oh my God, dude, the original dude that sing "I Do." Billy Stewart. Billy Stewart is from Washington D.C. People don't even know that. Everybody think that GQ, that's their song. That's a remake. That song been remade like 3 or 4 times. But Billy Stewart, that's his song. Sam Cooke, Shape.
Yes.
We hit that. We hit Ball of Confusion by Temptations. Yes. When we been here, we hit Frankie Beverly and Maze. We was hitting Before I Let Go, before the Beyonce version came out. We been hitting that since 2008. So we been like doing the grown and sexy, trying to get the people like I purposely, most of the times, like do old school songs so that older people can understand the bounce beat. If you put it into something that they like, they'll understand it. See what I'm saying? They don't understand all that clap, 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 bounce, 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 pop, pop, pop. They don't understand that. To them, that's noise. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to get into that. But to them, that's noise. But the bounces we do different stuff. Like Open Up Your... I'm the only one that probably hit Open Up Your Hearts by Bobby Caldwell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How many people know who Bobby Caldwell is? That's what I'm saying. So it's like Earth, Wind & Fire, shit like that. But September, shit like that. We've been like doing a lot of stuff like that. It's just now I want to be able to cross over and not so much rely on that, and we just do that at the end. Like maybe the last 10, 20 minutes of the set. You know what I'm saying? And we even got a few bounce beats that the T.O.B. experience had. So that's the goal. I'm trying to get people to like that and gravitate towards that, but also hear us out on the grown, sexy side and the soulful sounds of the T.O.B. experience. I want to say not so much grown and sexy. I want to say the soulful sounds of T.O.B. experience.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Cause we really be singing and shit. Like it's a vibe. It's a whole vibe. It ain't gonna really be too much of all that. It's not gonna be too much of that. So yeah, still gonna party though. Still gonna turn up.
Oh, I already know the turn up is coming. So your very first, and again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Grown and Sexy show was this Thursday.
And we playing with my big brother and Crank. Scooby. It's my dog, man.
Dave Cleveland is definitely tuned.
He's a bad boy. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Yes.
Ain't too many like him. Play that guitar. I'm gonna learn how to play that guitar.
Oh.
Once I pick that up,
all you need.
This a rap when I pick that up. But stay tuned to that. Stay tuned.
Coming soon. So first Grown and Sexy show is this Thursday.
Capitol Restaurant.
You still have tickets for sale?
I got tickets right now. Not right now, but right now.
So how can they reach you to get tickets? Like, what do they need to do? Because we definitely got to tap them in.
You can hit me on the Instagram at Lil Chris T.O.B. or you can hit me on Facebook at Chris T.O.B. Or you could just, I will put my number out there, but I ain't gonna put my number out there.
Don't do that.
Just inbox me and I'll give you my number, or you can pull up on me tomorrow night at I'm gonna be at Kim and Scooby show at what's it called? Privilege. I will be up at Kim and Scooby show tomorrow at Privilege. Selling the tickets, the advanced tickets are $25. And also, if you don't catch me there, you could catch me up Hangers tomorrow, because T.O.B. plays at Hangers tomorrow. You can come up Hangers.
Who y'all on the call with?
It's T.O.B, baby. It's T.O.B, baby.
Oh, it's just
T.O.B.
T.O.B.
It's the crank of the bounce beat, baby.
Oh, so I'm so excited.
Big Action opened up for us. Yeah, Big Action.
Okay, so
yeah,
Big Action and T.O.B.
Big Action
Doors
and
open
T.O.B.
at 10.
You can't forget about Nico on them.
Yeah, definitely can't. I'm so excited. I'm definitely proud of you.
Thank you.
From the T.O.B. experience on Fans from the Stand set.
I forgot about that.
Oh, you did it. I did.
All about that. We just turned up.
Listen, we were in the
That was
snow.
hey, look, you know what's so crazy? That was the first ever performance.
Of the T.O.B. experience.
Yeah.
High five, because you just keep dropping bombs on
That
it
was the
with
first
me.
ever.
And I appreciate you for that. Like, it's so dope because from that performance to you jumping off that stage on Friday so excited. Like, I was like, he really about to do this shit.
I am. We about to. We about to do it.
I said,
You feel me?
we about to do it.
We about to do it. See,
We about to do
I don't
it.
like to say me. We about to do it.
Yeah.
The T.O.B. experience. We about to do it.
I'm so excited. I saw the joy on your face. I know that Serious and Company, I'm in the chat. Dave was like, I'm gonna get there early. I don't want to miss a minute of it. This has been one of my favorite groups for a while. I am excited for you. The opportunity.
I'm
is
ecstatic too
definitely a
because
blessing.
it's like I be thinking about it every day. Like I've been thinking about it every day since I told since we booked this show. Like I'm like, man, this like my only time to really show people that
This is what it is.
This is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you never looked at me in that light, like you look at me, because a lot of people just look at me, oh, that's just little Chris. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time, they don't know it's more to me than what you see. Way more than what you, like, it's a lot of people that didn't even know I knew how to sing, but only the people that really know me know I know how to sing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna say like I'm Luther Vandross or I'm Chris Brown or somebody, but I do what I do. And my mob around me, like my blood brother, actually sings in the band. So I know what me and him do. You know what I mean? We got that connection, you know? So, yeah.
I'm so excited this Thursday. First grown and sexy public showing for the T.O.B. experience. Not just T.O.B. You're hearing them cranking right now. This is from Fans from the Stands, correct? This is definitely the T.O.B. experience from Fans from the Stands in the snow. Definitely a great moment. I'm so
It was snowing.
It was.
It was snowing that day. It definitely was.
It was definitely.
You know what's
one
so
of the
crazy? We
weekends.
had a show that day too.
I know, and y'all left from there and had to slide on down the road to your show.
Yep.
To VA. Y'all left us rushing to get down the road so that y'all can have some time in between the two. I am so excited. This Thursday, your first Grown and Sexy show. The world gets to experience the T.O.B. experience that we were blessed to experience on a private set.
Yeah. Y'all definitely
Oh
got,
my God.
y'all definitely got the sneak peek. Well, y'all can actually go check it out right now on YouTube. Fans from the Stands.
You can, and it's definitely a vibe, but I know that the vibe has grown.
Oh
and
yeah, it's
enhanced
tremendously.
since
That was
then.
just the beginning.
That's
right
what
there.
I'm saying.
You know what I mean? That's when we had it brewing. Like we had it kind of brewing. But now it's like we there with it now, though. You know, we still need to get better, but you know, we never
I mean,
get.
that's with everything.
Always, you can always get better. But as of right now, I think I got a pretty solid group to do that.
And I have faith that you do. I do still have a 7-minute clip from Martinis I have not dropped. So
Oh,
I
yeah?
think I'm going to drop that probably tomorrow for y'all.
Just tag me. Just
You know I
when you
am.
drop
I'm going
it,
to throw
tag
your logo on and everything. So when people push play, they know exactly what it is they're catching.
Yeah.
So Thursday, first Grown and Sexy show. New music coming out from Chris the Artist. Tell people how to find you on social media, how to find T.O.B. for booking. Like, let's give them all the plugs. I don't want any excuses as to why they can't reach y'all.
Well, you can reach me at Lil Chris T.O.B. on Instagram, Chris T.O.B. on Facebook, at Lil Chris T.O.B. on Twitter, at T.O.B. Band and Show on Instagram, at T.O.B. Band and Show on Twitter, man. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, at T.O.B. Band and Show. This Thursday night, what is it, April 14th? April 14th, 2022, T.O.B. Experience, Kim and Scooby, and Serious Company. First Grown and Sexy show, man. If y'all fuck with me, and you fuck with T.O.B. and you been following us, come support, man. It's gonna be a one for the ages, man. It's gonna be one for the ages. I can promise y'all that. If I ain't never promised you nothing, I'm promising you a show Thursday. I still got the tickets too. Advanced tickets for $25, man. Hit me up.
Shout out to the homie, Chris, Lil Chris from T.O.B. Definitely is going to be an experience. Shout out to Kimber at home. She's like, look, I fell in love with them from the Fans from the Stands episode. The horns were everything. They were everything. We are so excited to see where this goes. You know I'm going to be tapped in.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get tapped into
Tap
the
in with us.
T.O.B. experience. Little Chris, you can holler at Rod for bookings. Follow them on all things. Listen, thank y'all
Also,
so much.
hold up.
Come
I
on
ain't mean to
back.
cut you off.
Come on.
Also,
Come on.
for all of the young listeners and everybody, even man, you could be any age. We play at Hangers each and every Wednesday. We play at Aqua each and every Friday. And until you hear something else, we play with Backyard each and every Friday. You know, when me and Big G Pops, when we on the stage, we set fire. It's like a family affair. We set fire to the stage.
Yeah.
Every Saturday, each and every Saturday, Power Nightclub, a.k.a. the Old Metro Club, on Bladesboro Road. That's where you can catch T.O.B. at weekly. Wednesday night Hangers, Friday night Aqua, Saturday night Power.
Yes. Y'all make sure y'all catch them live for some good crank. Thank you so much for stepping into No Great Area and for being as transparent as you always are.
Oh, you know I can talk. I got a big ass mouth, so you know, I can talk. I talk too much anyway. You know what they say about the lead mic niggas? We talk too much anyway. So you know, I like to come on shit like this and talk. So I appreciate it. You gotta have me one more. You gotta have me again sometime.
You know I'll bring you back.
Let's do
It's
it.
nothing to it.
Let's do it.
You guys make sure you head on over to www.crankrock.com for the latest and greatest in Mitchcraft attire. Get you something fly to wear here, there, and everywhere. Also, make sure you guys visit us in store Wednesday through Sunday. We open at 12. We
Shout out
close-
Mom too.
Yes. We close at 7 on Wednesdays
Little
and
DC
Thursday.
Go-Go, man.
We're open till 8 on Friday, 8 on Saturday, 6 on Sunday. Come get you something fly to wear here, there, and everywhere, man. We appreciate you guys so much. And also head on over to www.themiamitakeover.com. Get your tickets, your trips. Use code LOVEDCGOGO. It's your girl, Kapri Monique, the voice of the people. Thank y'all for stepping in to No Great Area with me and for catching some of this good old crank. Y'all make sure you get your tickets and passes. The T.O.B. Experience is doing their first Grown and Sexy show this week. I want y'all in the building. Flood the building. Support them. Show them love. They are embarking on a brand new journey.
Facts.
I will see you guys next week right back here in No Great Area on the Love Network DC. Make sure you guys take the time to like, subscribe, share, set your notifications to all things T.O.B., all things Mitchcraft, all things your girl Kapri Monique, the voice of the people. And make sure y'all stay tuned. Lil Chris got music coming for y'all soon. Manifest
coming.
It's
April
coming.
22nd.
April 22nd.
On all platforms.
All of them streaming. And make sure y'all catch this episode right here on Them Damn Fans YouTube channel. It's your girl Kapri Monique. It's been a poppin' ass Tuesday. God bless and good night.
Keep it Mitchcraft.
Peace.